Many people want a calm mind. They want less stress, fewer thoughts, and more peace. They try meditation, but the mind keeps wandering. The Buddha understood this struggle. That is why he taught Anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. This practice does not require beliefs, rituals, or special abilities. It only requires one thing you already have: your breath. In this guide, you will learn how to practice Anapanasati step by step, in simple language, with no confusion. You will learn how to begin, how to stay focused, and how to deepen the practice over time. Stay with me until the end, because the final section shows how to bring Anapanasati into daily life, not just meditation time. What Anapanasati really means. Anapanasati is a Pali word used in Buddhism. Ana means breathing in. Apana means breathing out. Sati means awareness or mindfulness. So Anapanasati means being aware of the breath as it comes in and goes out. This practice does not try to control the breath. It does not force the mind to be silent. It simply trains you to know the breath clearly. The Buddha taught Anapanasati because breathing happens all the time. You do not need to create anything new. You only need to notice what already exists. This makes Anapanasati one of the safest and most effective meditation practices for beginners and experienced practitioners. The practice is described in detail in the Anapanasati Sutta, found in the Majjhima Nikaya 118, which contains the most comprehensive meditation instructions in the entire Pali Canon. Why the Buddha taught mindfulness of breathing. The Buddha taught many meditation methods, but he praised Anapanasati often. Why? Because breathing connects the body and the mind. When the breath becomes calm, the mind becomes calm. When the mind becomes calm, wisdom appears. The Buddha himself used this practice on the night of his enlightenment. Sitting beneath the Bodhi tree, he took up Anapanasati as his meditation subject. Through this practice, he attained the 4 jhanas, which are deep absorption states. He recalled his previous lives, understood the cycle of rebirth, and at dawn achieved complete enlightenment. The Buddha said that mindfulness of breathing calms mental agitation, reduces anxiety and fear, improves concentration, supports insight and clarity, leads to the fulfillment of the 4 foundations of mindfulness, develops the 7 factors of enlightenment. The Buddha declared this practice to be of great fruit and great benefit. He continued to practice Anapanasati daily until his final passing at age 80. Anapanasati works because it trains attention gently, without force. You do not fight thoughts. You return to the breath again and again. This repetition builds mental strength naturally. Preparing for Anapanasati practice. Before you begin, create a supportive environment. You do not need a perfect place. You need a quiet and safe space. The Buddha recommended 3 types of locations: the forest, the foot of a tree, an empty, isolated place. In modern times, this can be a quiet room in your home, a meditation hall, or any place free from disturbances. Posture. Sit on a chair or cushion. Keep the back straight but relaxed. Rest your hands comfortably. Close your eyes or keep them softly open. Comfort matters more than posture perfection. The Buddha emphasized sitting cross-legged with the body erect, but the key is finding a position you can maintain without discomfort. Time. Start with 5 to 10 minutes. Do not force long sessions at the beginning. Consistency matters more than duration. Practice at the same time each day, if possible. This builds momentum and makes the practice a natural part of your routine. Intention. Before you begin, say silently, I practice mindfulness of breathing to calm and understand my mind. You may also reflect briefly on the qualities of the Buddha, loving kindness toward all beings, the precious opportunity to practice. This intention sets direction and prepares the mind. Step 1. Knowing the breath clearly. Sit comfortably and bring attention to your breathing. Do not change the breath. Do not slow it down. Do not deepen it. Simply know when you breathe in and when you breathe out. You may notice the breath of the nostrils, which is the traditional focus point mentioned in the suttas. You might also feel it at the chest or the abdomen. Choose one place and stay with it throughout the session. Silently note, breathing in, breathing out. This is not chanting. It is gentle mental recognition. The Buddha used a simile. Just as a skilled turner knows when making a long turn or a short turn, so too should you know when breathing in long or short, breathing out long or short. When attention stays with the breath, the mind begins to settle. Step 2. Allowing the breath to be natural. Many beginners try to control the breath. This creates tension. Anapanasati teaches non-interference. Let the breath be short or long, deep or shallow, fast or slow. Just know it as it is. If the breath feels rough, notice roughness. If it feels smooth, notice smoothness. The Buddha taught that awareness grows when judgment stops. Your job is not to improve the breath. Your job is to observe it. Remember, breathing is a bodily conditioner. It naturally affects your physical and mental state. By observing without controlling, you allow this natural process to calm both body and mind. Step 3. Handling wandering thoughts. Thoughts will appear. This is normal. This is not failure. Do not feel frustrated. Do not judge yourself. When you notice the mind has wandered, acknowledge it gently. Return to the breath. No anger. No disappointment. This moment of returning is the practice. Each return strengthens mindfulness. Think of it like training a puppy. Gentle guidance works better than force. The Buddha never said the mind should not wander. He taught practitioners to know when it has wandered and to gently guide it back. This patient returning is how mindfulness develops. Step 4. Deepening awareness of the breath. As practice continues, awareness becomes sharper. You may begin to notice the beginning of the in-breath, the middle of the in-breath, the end of the in-breath. You observe the same stages of the out-breath. You become sensitive to the texture and quality of each breath and the subtle pauses between breaths. You do not analyze. You simply feel. The breath becomes like a quiet anchor. The mind starts resting instead of chasing thoughts. The Buddha instructed. He trains himself. I will breathe in experiencing the whole body. I will breathe out experiencing the whole body. This stage builds concentration without effort. Step 5. Calming the body through the breath. As awareness stabilizes, the body relaxes naturally. You may feel less tension in the shoulders, softening in the face, release in the jaw, ease in the chest, a sense of lightness. Let relaxation spread naturally. The Buddha taught that calming the body supports calming the mind. He said, he trains himself. I will breathe in calming bodily fabrication. I will breathe out calming bodily fabrication. If the body tightens, return gently to the breath. No force, no rush. Trust the natural unfolding of the practice. Step 6. Calming the mind. As the body calms, the mind follows. Thoughts may still appear, but they feel distant. They no longer pull attention strongly. At this stage, breathing feels smooth and awareness feels steady. Mental agitation decreases and a sense of peace may arise. This calm is not dullness. It is alert relaxation. The Buddha described this as mental unification, when the mind naturally gathers into one point of focus. You may begin to experience piti, rapture or joy, sukha, happiness or pleasure. These arise naturally when the mind becomes concentrated and tranquil. Stay with the breath gently. Step 7. Developing continuous mindfulness. Now the breath flows without interruption. Attention stays naturally with breathing. You do not need a label anymore. You simply know. This stage develops strong mindfulness. The mind becomes clear, stable, and present. Distractions lose their power. Concentration deepens effortlessly. Do not chase special experiences. Do not grasp at pleasant states. Let the practice unfold naturally. The Buddha taught that when mindfulness of breathing is developed fully, it leads to deep meditative absorption, which is called jhana. But even without reaching jhana, continuous mindfulness brings profound peace and insight. Anapanasati deepens with patience. Common difficulties and how to handle them. Sleepiness. Open your eyes slightly, straighten the posture, and take a few deeper breaths. You can stand up and practice walking meditation or wash your face with cool water. Restlessness. Shorten the session and soften your effort. Focus gently on the out-breath. Practice loving-kindness briefly before returning to the breath. Accept restlessness without resistance. Boredom. Notice boredom as a mental state. Bring curiosity to the subtle qualities of breath. Remember, this is training, not entertainment. Reflect on your intention for practice. Physical pain. Adjust posture mindfully and observe pain without reacting. Distinguish between harmful pain and discomfort. Alternate between sitting and walking meditation if needed. Doubt. Remember the Buddha's promise about this practice. Reflect on any benefits you've already experienced. Trust the process and seek guidance from experienced teachers if needed. Every difficulty is part of training. The Buddha taught that obstacles become teachers when met with mindfulness. How long should you practice? Start small with 5 minutes daily. Increase gradually to 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, and eventually 30 minutes or more. Do not force long sessions. Daily practice builds momentum. Even short sessions create benefits when done consistently. The Buddha emphasized regular practice over long, irregular sessions. He said that Anapanasati should be developed and cultivated, meaning practiced repeatedly over time. Traditional practitioners might meditate for 1 to 3 hours daily. As a beginner, focus on establishing a sustainable daily habit rather than achieving a specific duration. Anapanasati and Insight. Anapanasati does more than calm the mind. Over time, you may notice that thoughts arise and pass. Feelings change naturally. The breath is never exactly the same. Nothing stays fixed, sensations come and go, and all experience is in flux. This leads to insight into impermanence, which in Pali is called anicca. You begin to see directly that all phenomena, breath, body sensations, thoughts, emotions, are constantly changing. Nothing has a permanent, unchanging self. The Buddha taught that seeing impermanence clearly reduces suffering. When you understand deeply that nothing lasts, you stop clinging. When clinging weakens, suffering decreases. Anapanasati naturally leads from concentration, called samatha, to insight, called vipassana. The Buddha structured the practice in 16 steps, organized into 4 tetrads. First tetrad, mindfulness of body. Second tetrad, mindfulness of feelings. Third tetrad, mindfulness of mind. Fourth tetrad, mindfulness of phenomena. Each tetrad corresponds to one of the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Anapanasati becomes a doorway to wisdom. Bringing Anapanasati into daily life. You do not need to sit all the time. Practice mindfulness of breathing during walking, waiting in line, stressful moments, before speaking, while listening to others, during transitions between activities, before making decisions, and when feeling overwhelmed. Take one conscious breath. This brings immediate grounding. The Buddha taught that mindfulness should be established in front of you, meaning it should be present at all times, not just during formal meditation. Daily life becomes part of meditation. Meditation becomes part of life. The boundary dissolves. A simple daily Anapanasati routine. Morning. Practice 10 minutes of seated breathing awareness. This sets intention for the day, calms the mind before activities begin, and establishes a foundation of mindfulness. Daytime. Take 3 conscious breaths during stress, before important conversations, when noticing tension or reactivity, and as a reset during busy moments. Evening. Practice 5 minutes before sleep. Review the day with awareness, release accumulated tension, and prepare for restful sleep. This simple routine supports calm and clarity throughout your entire day. Consistency transforms the practice from something you do to something you are. The long-term benefits of Anapanasati. With regular practice over weeks, months, and years, many people notice reduced anxiety and worry, better emotional regulation, clearer thinking and decision-making, and deeper peace and contentment. They experience improved focus and concentration, greater resilience to stress, increased self-awareness, and reduced reactivity. They develop more compassion for self and others, enhanced ability to be present, and ultimately, liberation from suffering, which is the practice's highest goal. These benefits come gradually. Anapanasati works quietly, not dramatically. The Buddha compared it to rain nourishing the soil. The effects accumulate over time. Some benefits appear quickly. Deeper transformations take months or years of consistent practice. Trust the process. Mistakes to avoid. Do not chase special experiences. The goal is not visions, lights, or extraordinary states. Focus on simple, clear awareness. Do not force concentration. Concentration develops through gentle persistence, not force. Relax into the practice. Do not expect quick results. This is gradual training. Patience is essential. Do not compare your progress. Your journey is unique. Avoid comparing yourself to others or to idealized standards. Do not practice only when convenient. Consistency matters more than motivation. Practice even when you don't feel like it. Do not neglect ethics and virtue. The Buddha taught that meditation works best within a foundation of ethical conduct. Practice the 5 precepts to support your meditation. Do not practice without proper understanding. Learn from authentic sources. Seek guidance from qualified teachers when needed. Anapanasati grows through patience and kindness toward yourself. The Buddha's promise about Anapanasati. The Buddha said mindfulness of breathing, when developed and practiced, fulfills the path. He declared, "Monks, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it fulfills the 4 foundations of mindfulness. When the 4 foundations of mindfulness are developed and cultivated, they fulfill the 7 factors of enlightenment. When the 7 factors of enlightenment are developed and cultivated, they fulfill true knowledge and deliverance." This means Anapanasati supports calm samatha, concentration samadhi, insight vipassana, liberation nibbana. One practice, many benefits. The complete path to awakening. The Buddha called this practice noble and divine. He said it is suitable for anyone, from beginners to the most advanced practitioners. It is the practice he himself used to reach enlightenment and continued until his final days. Final reflection, returning to the breath. The breath stays with you from birth to death. It asks for nothing. It teaches without words. It is always available. When life feels heavy, return to the breath. When a mind feels lost, return to the breath. When confusion arises, return to the breath. When joy appears, return to the breath. In every moment, the breath is here. Anapanasati is not an escape from life. It is a way to meet life clearly, to experience each moment fully, to understand the nature of existence, to free the mind from suffering. The Buddha taught this practice 2,600 years ago, and it remains as relevant and powerful today as it was then. Countless practitioners across centuries have found peace, insight, and liberation through this simple yet profound practice. Your breath is your constant companion. Let it guide you home to yourself. Thank you for spending this time with BodhiRipple. If this step-by-step guide helped you understand Anapanasati meditation, please like this video, share your experience in the comments, and subscribe to BodhiRipple for more practical Buddhist teachings. Watch our other videos to learn how mindfulness, breathing, and awareness can transform your daily life, one breath at a time. Remember, the Buddha walked this path before you. All the enlightened ones of the past used this practice. You're walking the same road they walked. Trust in this ancient wisdom. Trust in your own capacity to awaken. Until next time, remember, when you return to the breath, you return to yourself.